Hi Pisces, welcome to your July 2022 Tarot Scope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Pisces, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. Ooh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to pop these to the side, and for your actions and interactions with the world at large this month, my dear Pisces, you get the Six of Swords. Okay, so definitely turning a corner here. I actually feel that this Six of Swords is going to be you getting some good news, but I don't feel like this is like, oh, you know, I'm sat at home and I just get some random good news. This is about you literally going on a journey and saying, you know what? I got sick of waiting for the light at the end of the tunnel. I jumped in and lit that bitch up myself. This is you going after something. And I think this is going to be a very dynamic month for that reason. So the Six of Swords can be where we come through a difficult situation or we turn a corner with something. And this tells me that your actions and options this month, you are pursuing something with vigor. This is you. It's like, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait to be invited. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up for myself. So I'm really here for this Six of Swords. It also suggests to me as well that a lot of you are quelling or quashing, maybe not an argument, but some challenging situation that you've had. It's like you're choosing to end something and you're choosing to make it, then you've got the Death card in your communications and conversations. So there's a few ways that this could show up. Because you've got that Six of Swords there, this could be literally something that you are choosing to end consciously. So this could be where you're saying maybe you're ending a friendship, maybe you're ending a commitment, maybe you are choosing to, it's like you're choosing to let something go or to release something. For some of you, this may be an area. It might be that you're choosing to move. It might be, you know what, I'm quitting this place, I'm quitting this job, I'm ending this friendship, I'm ending this relationship. Because the Six of Swords sees you being really proactive about something, this could also be for some of you, maybe you're letting go of a bad habit this month. Maybe you said to yourself, right, I'm going to give myself, a month or whatever and then I'm going to stop smoking or, whatever it might be. But that's one way that this could show up. On the heavier side of things, we have to talk about it because it is the Death card. This could be news of a death that reaches your ears. Because it comes with the Six of Swords, I have to say you will probably be relatively shocked by this. So it might be information that when it comes, you're like, wow, okay. We never really know how to deal with death. I think that's just the truth of it. We know that it's coming. We know that it's final. It's the only thing that is absolutely guaranteed in life. I think this could be a moment where when you hear this, it's just kind of like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. For your heart and half, you have the Four of Wands. So this is lovely. I really like this, and yes, all right, fair enough, it falls with the Death card, which is, like I said, you could be ending a relationship or a tie of some sort. For a very select few of you, and you'll know if I'm talking to you, this could spell the end of a relationship. However, this could also be that you choose to end the type of relationship that you're in at the moment, whereby you're giving your partner or your significant other an ultimatum to say, look, you know what, I don't want to end this relationship, but these are the things that are going to need to change moving forward. And if they don't, then yes, we are probably going to be ending up going our separate ways. I really like this for a stronger sense of clarity around relationships. And that Four of Wands suggests that your partner will acquiesce, they will acquiesce. They'll kind of say, okay, you know what? I hear you, and I'm going to do my best to make this better, or I'm going to do my best to show up in the way that you're saying you need me to. So that could be really positive, which I'm, totally here for. I love it. If you're single and seeing somebody, or, maybe you've been talking to someone for a while, this suggests that you could be taking the relationship to the next level. So maybe you are, maybe you're saying, right, okay, do you know what? Do you want to be my girlfriend? Do you want to be my boyfriend? Do you want to be my significant other? That could be really, really nice. I love this card for engagement and marriage. For some of you, this could be maybe the end of singledom. Maybe this is the end of whatever you have previously been known as. There's definitely a change in your marital status coming up for a lot of you. So that could be really interesting as well. For your... the other thing that's worth mentioning here as well, the death card is number 13. 1 and 3 gives you 4, and then you've got the 4 of Wands. So 2 4s represents insomnia. So it could be that some of you are having sleepless nights while thinking about the relationship, while thinking about where is this going to go? How is it going to go? Maybe you're really formulating what it is that you want out of the relationship before you even talk to your partner, and you're trying to anticipate what they're going to say. Well, until you actually have the conversation, there's no point in driving yourself mad, right? For your money and materials, oh snap, look at that. So you have the Emperor, which is also number 4. 3 4s represents a subject for reflection. So there is obviously something going on in your mind. There is something that you're really mulling over. For some of you, this is about something that you need to end or complete. For others, this is a moment at which maybe you're thinking about the relationship and how that impacts you financially or materially. For when it comes to your money, your finances and your resources, this could be a conversation that you're having with your boss, or with your significant other, that makes all the difference when it comes to the money and the resources. I love the Emperor for promotions. I love the Emperor for increasing the monies, but it's increasing the monies through what you're doing. So there may be an acceleration in your workload. Usually the Emperor brings more money, but it also brings more work. So you're kind of getting both, which, doesn't have to be a bad thing. For some of you as well, it looks like maybe you're considering an industry change as well, which is very possible. And I wonder if that's maybe where that the Death card comes in. So for your first week of the month, you've got the Lovers card. So the Lovers card is number 6. 2 6s represents balance. I actually really like this for a new relationship, and I actually really like it for a current relationship, because it's bringing the balance and the harmony into the relationship. So this month, if you are giving your significant other an ultimatum, this is one of those few times where it actually has the desired effect. 9 times out of 10, when you give someone an ultimatum, they'll pick the opposite just to spite you. Or maybe that's just me as an Aquarius. So something to consider. But yeah, I really like that. I like this for whether you're single or partnered. I think it has really good results. I also will say to you, this is about you choosing the Lovers card to go after something, the 6 of Swords, and make it so. So if at the moment you're facing a situation that you think is dire, maybe, that's never going to happen for me, this is you getting really proactive about that and saying, no, I'm going to make this happen for me. For your second week of the month, you've got the Moon card. Whatever conversations you are having about ending things or completing them, you just want to make sure, because the Moon card is you, and you've got this with the Death card. I got to be honest with you, I feel like maybe a few of you will try to chicken out of something, and maybe the universe, or your spirits, whatever you want to call it, has a different sort of view. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out for you, for sure. For your third week of the month, you've got the Chariot card with the 4 of Wands. Love this. I really like that, especially because it's a fast development that happens within a relationship, and because it's the Chariot card, it suggests that it's good results. It's good results that come from making, you know, a move that maybe you usually wouldn't, or is not unconventional, but definitely outside of what's usually prescribed. For your 4th week of the month, you've got the High Priestess. So this could be hidden monies, or could be hidden opportunities that come up through the work. Maybe your boss says to you, look, you know what, we've got some overtime coming up, but we don't really want to advertise it. Are you interested? Maybe. And so this is why I say more money, but also more responsibility or more work. So you'll get both. The other thing with that High Priestess as well, I would be mindful of any and all interactions with people that are in positions of power over the course of that 4th week of the month, because you might not be getting the full story until a later date. Okay, so for your moons, on July the 28th, we've got the new moon in the sign of Leo. And this for you is happening in your 6th house. This is happening in the 6th house of body maintenance, day-to-day care, the physical self. Remember, a new moon is a fresh start. So this could be a really good time to start a new health regime. It could be a really good time to start moving towards a different type of diet or anything to do with that. It could also be a really good time for you to start thinking about the way that you show up in your work on a day-to-day level or on a day-to-day basis. And considering that's in the last week of the month, I would expect some form of work development on around that new moon in the 4th week of July. And for this, you've got the Gate 38 and Fighter. So this reminds me of a really good family friend. And I remember this was when I used to go out to the gym. This was before the pandemic hit, actually. And both of us at that point were really big. And I remember one morning I saw him, I said to him, how you doing, man? And he was like, I'm in the fight, man, I'm in the fight. And that's what this really says to me. So if you've had challenges, issues or struggles around weight and health, that new moon is going to be you getting to reset it. And the beauty of the lotus flower, it blooms from those crappy sort of circumstances, but turns into something truly transcendental. And so that new moon on July the 28th in the sign of Leo, this is a chance for you to reset your baseline when it comes to your physical health, when it comes to your work, your day-to-day routines. This is a time, if you set something into motion around this new moon and work at it patiently and diligently, you will reach lotus flower status. And then for your full moon in the sign of Capricorn on the 13th of July, so they're kind of out of sequence, right? You would expect to have the new moon first and then the full moon, but we had 3 moons in May and it kind of threw everything out of sync. So your the full moon in the 11th, this is highlighting new connections. It's highlighting new networks. This could be new social connections, interactions, new friends, new benefactors, new resources that come in through that. I really like that. And the Gate 59 and intimacy, I love this card because it always reminds us that we need to, like, whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to get out of life, do you want to get into bed with it? Like, and it's, you know, it's a really like odd way of thinking about something, but like, do you get that soulgasm from it? Because if you don't, what are you pursuing it for? What is the whole point, right? So this full moon in the sign of Capricorn is really asking you, where are your closest friendships and ties? Where do you find nourishment and nurturing from those areas of your life? Who are the benefactors in your life? Who are the people that actually show up for you and deliver when they say they're going to? And are the situations, the higher goals, aspirations and dreams of your life are being highlighted by that full moon? And the question that's going to be sort of raised with it is, are these dreams a pale imitation of what I know I could actually have if I applied myself? Or do they really reflect who I am, the journey that I'm on, and where I want to go in my life? That full moon is going to really, I think, I say this in the best way, but I think that full moon in Capricorn on the 13th of July is going to give you the kick up the bum that you need, and I mean that, and I say that with all love, care, and respect. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.